So when you change this date for the SAS to run the SAS,
yes, actually it was it is expired SAS software, right?
right? Yeah,
So that's why every time you need to change the date before you go into open your SAS.
Right. When I do the same thing, like getting 2009 or so, and I cannot access the Google or any of the Internet Explorer, the web browser.
Yes, yes, you cannot. So do one thing. First, change your date to 2009 September 21st. Open SAS software. Again, you change your date so that you can access your internet.
Oh, after opening, change the date. Oh, okay.
Yes. After opening SAS software, immediately you can change the SAS software. Sorry, you can change the system date to current date so that you can access your internet. Got it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
Yes. Suppose so when you use these two options in the infile statement, so it should not be in the bracket. But when you want to use these two options, when you exactly creating a data set from existing SAS data set like SAS.class, they actually these two options are related to infile statement, right? But you don't have here infile statement to specify these options here. So this is the syntax. That's it. Just reading the data from existing SAS data set to new SAS data set. So, but we don't have any infile statement, right? So here, where we specify, then where we need to specify these two options mean insert statement only. Here, first OBS equal to 3, but the problem is you should not specify in open without bracket. It should be specified in the bracket. So that is the syntax. When you are using this option in the infile statement, need not to be in bracket, but when you are using the statement, it should be in the bracket. Okay. So it means how many variables, how many records you will get out of 19. If you are going with first OBS equal to 3, it means it starts reading from the third record.
Third record, sorry.
So third to last. It means 3 to 19. So it means you will get around 16 or 17. Yes, because we have 19 records. So it starts reading from the third record. It means including third record. So out of 19, if it starts reading from third record, means you will get 17 records. Yes. Okay. So if it is in without the bracket, it doesn't work over here. First, I want to delete this data set. Now again, I'm executing this SAS program. So you'll get the error. Okay. All right. Now, so this is in these or infile statement options. So I think you do you have any doubts with this infile statement?
No.
Yes. So now I just want to give explanation about libname statement once again. So what is a libname statement means? Using a libname statement is a global statement. It is a global statement. Global statement is nothing but a global statement did not to be executed with a run statement. So wherever you can execute this program. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So a libname statement, it is useful to create a temporary library. Remember this. It is useful to create a temporary library, and here you should give the if you browse the location of your data sets, whatever data sets are there in that particular location, all the data sets will get imported into the particular library, into the new library. So suppose here I have one folder called Madhu. Where it is? Yes, here. Just copy this location and paste here. I think we have one library already. We have one library called Sri. Okay, we don't have library. Now see, if you execute this program now, you can create one library called Sri. There you will get all the data sets from the given location. And remember here, you cannot import one data set at a time by using this statement. You cannot import a particular data set. So that is a drawback. So when you use libname statement, if you are using libname statement, means you will get import all the data sets from that particular location. So that's the difference. And so this is libname statement. Actually, when we use libname statement means, suppose, okay, now you can ask me one question. So by using libname statement, which is efficient, proc import or libname facility? You can ask this question, right? See, in case of if we use proc import, you cannot you cannot import the data sets by using proc import. By using proc import, you can import the data from Excel or CSV, but you cannot import the data from data sets, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but using libname statement, you can import the data from data sets, but all the data sets will get imported. But which is efficient means, when we are talking about efficiency of these two procedures, it depends on your situation. It depends on your requirement exactly. Suppose, see here, I'm working for development. Okay. So suppose if you are working for development stage, if you are working in development server, so you need not to import all the data sets. Suppose in that particular location there are hundreds of data sets are there. 100 data sets are there. So does it require? It doesn't require, because to develop the report only 2 or 3 tables are required. That's it. To develop the report, maybe the data will be in 2 or 3 data sets. But when you want to, after developing that reports, after developing your data sets, your reports, you need to send all the reports on all the data sets to the testing server to test it. But in such a case, you need to export all the data sets at a time. Nothing but you need to import all the data sets from particular location to particular into your SAS. So at that time, if you use proc import, you cannot, right? But if you use statement, you can easily import all the data sets at a time. Suppose if you are going with, okay, even see, you can not only import the data sets by using libname statement, you can import all the Excel sheets, all the CSV files at a time. But suppose in case of proc import, what happens? Whatever as per your requirement, whatever tables are required for your report, you can import those tables only by using proc import. But in case of libname statement, what happens? Whatever Excel sheet, whatever sheets are there in the particular Excel file, all the sheets will get imported. But I think that is not required here. See here, I will show you one example for Excel file. How can you import Excel file using libname statement? So here I'm creating a new library called ABC. So here I'm okay. So the syntax is I want to import the data from sheets in a particular Excel file. So Excel, just copy your that Excel location. Okay, and again in that Excel folder, which Excel file you want to read actually. See, by using libnum statement, you cannot import all Excel files. You can import from one Excel file, you can import all Excel sheets. Suppose this is Ascent3 your Excel file. Ascent3 your Excel file. See here we have how many sheets are there? 1, 2, 4 sheets are there. So by using libnum statement, you can import all sheets from one Excel file, but you cannot import all Excel files. So that is the reason why we need to give one again that which Excel file you want to create exactly. So ascent3.xls. Now suppose just execute your process program. Just go to back. Now it means it should create one ABC library. There you will get imported all the sheets from Ascent3 Excel file. Okay, I think there is some mistake. I think this is path equal to I think Ascent3 is there any mistake? libnum3 ASSIGN3.xls. Okay, we need to give a semicolon here.
Yeah.
See, one library has created with the name of ABC. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
ABC? Yes. If you open that ABC, see what is there? All the Excel sheets. All the sheets from Ascent3 Excel file. So like this, you can import the all the sheets from particular Excel file. But if you use proc import, only by default, first it will be imported. But my particular report, I don't want to import all the sheets. I want to import only one Excel sheet, one sheet, because for my required report, the required data is available in first sheet only. So I don't want to import all the sheets, right? Suppose what happens if you import all the sheets? So you will get space. You will get space issue in SAS server again, because that is not required. So like that, depends on your requirement. You need to choose this libnum statement or proc import. Here, do you have any doubts here?
No, it's clear.
It's clear? Yes. Remember one thing: you cannot import all the Excel files. Just you can import only particular one Excel file. You can import only all the sheets from particular Excel file. Yes. So that is the libnum statement. Okay. So now I think we have completed how many ways to get the data from data source into SAS. Okay. Just remember, suppose if your data is available in the data lines, you need to use this syntax. Data set name, infile, import data lines, and run. Suppose your data is in Notepad, just data, infile statement. Here you need to give the location of your Notepad. An input statement, just run. That's it. Suppose your data is available in an Excel file, so just go with proc import procedure. Proc import data file equal to location of your Excel file, just out equal to where you want to store it in SAS. Just give a data set, just give a library name and data set name, and DBM is equal to it changes. It changes depends on your type of file.
Right.
Then there we have an option called replace. So what is the use of replace means? Suppose you created one Excel, while you are importing one Excel file, you have created one data set with first output. Suppose when again second time you are going to execute the same program with the same data set name. So in that time, what happens? System doesn't understand that whether it is overwrite or not, whether it is to be overwrite or not. So we need to give an instruction to SAS system to overwrite on that particular output. So what does instruction means here? Replace option. Okay, so the system can understand that the file has to be overwrite. Okay, so otherwise you can give a new data set name. So it doesn't. So in that case, replace option it's not required. So that is about proc import. Suppose when you want to import the data from data sets which are available in PC location, so you can use libname statement. Or sometimes if you want to import all the sheets from one Excel file, just go with libname statement. So the syntax is libname, name of the library, Excel file, your Excel, that particular location of your Excel file, and what is the Excel file name and what is the extension, and give a semicolon. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we have completed data access. Now we are going to move. To the next topic, that is nothing but data manipulation. Okay. Yes. So what is data manipulation means? After getting the data, okay, after getting the data only, you can move to the data manipulation. So nothing but we are a SAS programmer. Every day we have to generate some reports with some analysis. So to generate any kind of report, first what we have to do is we have to get the data from outside into SAS. Once we done that, when we done that import, so again we need to do some modification for the raw data, because client will give you raw data, non-standard data. Okay, now we have to get some we have to reshape that. We have to reshape the data, but we have to modify. Sometimes what happens, the modifications will be like he will give you some column names, but in that final report he is expecting other names. Okay, but in the raw data he has given suppose say to generate that report, my data is available in SAS only. In SAS it means in one library called SAS help. So I want to create one data set called test from SAS help.class. So this is my data source. So I want to read the data from existing SAS dataset to new SAS dataset. So this is my syntax. So now is data access is clear. So now where it goes to work library. Now what my requirement is, here I need to do some manipulation because client requirement. What client requirement is, here we have some variable names like name, sex, age, height and weight. But he's expecting like if it is a name, it should be employee name. If it is sex, it should be employee sex. Okay. So like that. So he's expecting. So according to that client requirement, we need to perform some manipulation. Okay. So here today concept is attributes. So this is one kind of manipulation, attributes. Okay. So what are the attributes? What are the attributes? Means information about columns, information about variables. Remember that information that related to variables. Okay, what could be the information related to variables? That information could be like it's a data type, like whether it is character data type or numeric data type variable is, what is the label? Suppose that particular variable having any label name, or what is the length of the particular variable, and is there any format we applied for that variable or not, or whether we applied any format for that variable or not. So these are the attributes. Okay, I'll give you details about these attributes. First one is data type. Second one is label. Third one is length in format. And format. Yes, format. So these 5 statements are nothing but, we can say, attributes. So see, any statement, it will be related to your variable only. See, data type. What does data type means? Data type, whether it would be character or it would be numeric. So it's related to variable only. And label. Suppose here I have one variable called name. So sometimes what happens, I'll give you like only a shortcut name. Like I'll give you like a name called like AE. AE term means adverse event term. So like that. So how can I understand that? So here I will apply some labels here, so that I can based on the label I can understand it what variable is exactly. Okay. So but we don't have any labels here. I will apply. I will show you how to apply labels here. Okay. So label is also related to your variable only. And length. What is the length of your variable? And what is the informat? So these two statements we'll discuss in the next class. You cannot understand if I say now. Okay. So I will no need to worry about these 2 statements. I will tell you. Okay. Okay. And these 2 statements also will be related to your variables only.
Is that for the date or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So because see here, I'm writing a small program. Data ds in file data lines input id name salary is date of birth. Data lines 101 ABC 50,000 Divobo is 01 January 2000 or 1989 102 XYZ 40,000 31st December 1990. Okay, 103 PQR 30,000 15 August 2000. I think this is data. This is your raw data. Okay, just see the just observe the output. Okay, so you will get ID, name, but you don't get salary and date of birth. But why? Well, we should get salary, right? So salary is in numbers. It is also numeric variable, but it should numbers. But why it is unable to read your numbers?
It is comma.
Exactly. So comma is what? It is a special character. It is a special character means character. So it doesn't come. So then what we need to do is, in such a case, it means we have an issue in the raw data. We have an issue in the numeric data. So in such a case, what in SAS they implemented, there are some features to read such kind of data. So that is nothing but, suppose if you have any issue while reading the numeric data, numbers, we have some numeric informats. Okay, even see here, suppose if I remove the dollar symbol, what happens? Even you don't get this characters also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because it is a numeric variable, it contains a character data. So in such a case, we have a issue in the character data.
Mm-hmm.
So to read that, we have character informats. So these are the predefined informats, nothing but these are the informats, nothing but these are the SAS instructions which gives instruction to the SAS to understand the data. So that system will understand the data and it reads to the table. Okay, so what are the numeric informats is here? Just we have two kind of numeric informats. One is comma, w.d, and one is dollar w.d. Let's talk about character informat. What's the character informat? So suppose when you unable to read the character data into variable, so in such a case we need to use some character informat so that system can understand it, he will read it. So what does the character informat means? We have one character informat called is dollar sign, and otherwise you can use char w dot. So this is your character informat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So to read the character data, you can use here dollar or you can use char dot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here I will specify dollar symbol. Then what about salary? Salary is a numeric variable, but it contains some characters here. So in such a case, we have a numeric informat. What is numeric informat here? Comma w.d. So now just according to your raw data, you need to specify the informat name.
Mm-hmm.
So what is there? Dollar is there or comma is there?
This is the comma one.
Yes. Suppose if you have dollar like this, so you can specify dollar. You should go with this option.
Oh,
but you don't have dollar here. So we have only comma. So which option should I use here? Comma w.d. What does W means? Length. So up to here.
Okay.
D means decimals. Suppose sometimes you will get like this, right? 0.25,
Mm-hmm.
0.30, like this. So to read that, you need to use decimals. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so salary is a numeric variable. Here only you should specify the informat name, comma. What is the length? Maybe 6.
Mm-hmm.
6 dot. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, and the information should end with the dot symbol, comma 6. Now what happens? See, what you are getting? You are getting the numbers now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what the problem is? But you are not getting that special character, comma. If you want to write that comma into the data, if you want to write actually, now you are going to write. Just now what we did is we read the data.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are going to write the data. So to write the data, we use format. For which variable you want to apply? Salary. And what is your which format you want to apply? Same format.
Mm-hmm.
Comma 6 dot. Now it will come in the same format. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now see 50.
Mm-hmm.
Just forget about it. DOB, date of birth. I will come later.
Yeah.
Okay. So 50,000, 40,000, you will get it.
Mm-hmm.
But see, Madhu, it depends on your client requirement actually. This one format.
Mm-hmm.
But this informant will depends on your raw data. Because we need to read the data first.
Mm-hmm.
To read the data, we have to specify informant as per your raw data. Just look at your raw data, in which format it is. Understand the format name here. Just write the format here. Just apply the format over here. After writing the format, suppose my requirement is I want to write dollar symbol here, not comma. So because it is my requirement, dollar 6 dot. Now it will come with a dollar. It doesn't come with a comma. See here. But in the raw data, he has given with a comma. But in the final output, he is expecting with the dollar symbol. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have one quick question. Like instead of that comma, this in format, can we use that delimiter?
No. It is not delimiter actually. See, when we can use delimiter between this space, and it means one variable data, and this is one variable data. If it comma is here, so this is you can say.
Okay, all right, I got it. Thanks.
Okay. But it is there in the data, right? Between the data.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Thanks.
We should not call it as a comma delimiter. Okay. Now what about DOB? See here, again, it's a number actually. 0, 1st, 1989, but between their data we have again some characters. So that is why DOB it doesn't read the data. It doesn't read the data. See here, so that is why we are getting dot here. Okay, so then how could I read these dates? So it means again we have an issue with the dates. So to read the data, again we have date informats. Again we have date informats. Date informats like date 9 dot or dd yy 10 dot or dd yy 8 dot week date 30 word date 20 dd yes 10 dot dd n 10 dot okay dd c dot dd slash for yes, c for colon, d for dash, n for number. That's it. Okay, so these are the different date informats. So how could I know that? How could I know this informats means? These are the informats which created by SAS system only. These are the predefined informats. Okay, already they implemented these informats. Okay, so now we need to use again this data informats as per your raw data. Just tell me which style it is, date 9 or ddmm by 10 dot. So it is nothing but date 9 format, because date is your format name, 9 is your length. See here, count the length. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Now suppose here if I specify date 9 dot, so now this is my informat. So what numbers will come? But in case of salary, what value has came? What value has came? Without comma, it has read all the numbers. But in case of for the dates, if you use informat, then what numbers will come? See here, what numbers will come? If you open the data set called DS, see, even we are not getting any numbers. Okay, DOB August 2009, 6. Okay, so just I will tell you later. Just I'm giving one symbol called here, colon symbol. Again I will tell you. See now it will come. See what number has came here. 10593, but here see, the date is different, 0/1/1989. But then what is this number? Okay, I will tell you. See here, when we are talking about dates, how dates will work in SAS. Actually, the dates will work from in the SAS software from 1st John 1960. 1st John 1960. It means the day number is 0. If it is 2nd John 1960, the day equal to 1. Okay. Suppose 1st John 1989, then what is the number?
So it's gonna be like almost 20 years times 20 times 365.
Yes, exactly. So you will get this number if you calculate.
Yeah.
You got it? It means when you apply any date in format, by default, it prints internal values. The internal value is nothing but the number of days between 1st Jan 1962 till the date you have in the raw data. Till the date you have in the raw data. It means the number of days between 1st Jan 1960 to this date. So they equal to, what is the number means? 10593. Okay. So like that, it prints the number of days between 1st Jan 1962 till the date you have in the raw data. So 11322 means the number of days between 1st Jan 1962 31st December 1990. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but my requirement is I want to keep in the same format. I want to put the same format, the format which is having the raw data. So for that, what we have to do? We need to write format statement, because we need to write the same format. We are going to write that, and we are going to write that same format. So it is possible with the only format statement. So first thing, only you can specify one format statement. Here you can specify a number of variables. You can specify a different variables, or you can apply one format for different variables. So suppose one more variable called DOB, and what format exactly you want to apply. Suppose if you want to put the same format, just apply date name. Now you will get the same format, exact format. Just now if you apply $6, when you apply $6, the same format has came, right? So now you will get same format, 1st Jan 1989. You got it?
Yeah.
Suppose, yes, Madhu, it may be changed. It would be changed every time, because it depends on your client requirement. It depends on your raw data. Maybe it will give you a date in different picture, different style in the raw data, but he may expect in the different style in the future. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So suppose he's expecting like first date, YY, 10 dot.
Yeah.
So you can write that format.
Maybe you need to change that date 9, right? Oh, okay.
Yes. See here. First it was how it was previously, 1st January 1989. Now it will come as a numbers. Suppose if you apply what was the day name there, whether it is Sunday or Monday. If you want to know that, you just apply one more for date format called date 30. Week name will also be displayed. You can display week name. See here, it was a Sunday, January 1st, 1989. So Monday, December 31st.
Okay, so that's total is it 30 different space, or like when we say weekdays?
Yes, actually it is the length of the data.
Yeah, it's 30, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's 30. Okay, so suppose if we don't want that week name, just give a word date 20. Just January 1st, 1989. Just December 1st, 1990. Even just if you don't want to display that week name, whether it is Sunday or Monday.
Okay.
So if you don't want to display that, just go with the word date. Okay.
Okay.
Here the main thing is, when you want to read the data as per your raw data, you need to specify the format name. And when you want to write the data, is nothing but writing data is depends on your requirement. Suppose he is expecting in the same format, so just specify format as per your raw data only. It is same format will come. Suppose he is expecting in different formats. So how come you know that different formats are there in SAS? So I will give you some list here. I've given you some list in the document also. Just go to the document. You will come to you can read this document.
Okay.
These documents. Okay.
Okay. So I have one small question.
Yes.
So when you put that, can you go a little bit up?
Okay.
Scroll up. Yeah. So when you have this in format DOB date 9.0, so if you put that let's say Word date 20, so it doesn't matter, right? Like later on when you try to change in formats. Right?
Yeah.
So what I mean is right now you have in the in format you have date 9.9 dot.
Yeah.
So if you put that, let's say date 10 dot, and basically that is it doesn't change anything, right?
No, it doesn't change.
Okay.
But the length should be. You need to count the length actually. So if you count the length, you can get only 9. You cannot get 10. But the problem is.
Okay, because this one is we have 9. That's why. Okay, I got it.
Yes, we have only 9 only.
Okay.
So actually, the syntax is okay. Madhu, no need to worry because it will take 1 day class actually. Okay. So just to understand the concept, I told you here, but it will take 1 day class. There I will explain you in depth. Okay.
No okay. Problem. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay. Now, see. Just now, with just when I remove this symbol, we are not getting this data, right? Okay, the symbol. When I remove this symbol, we don't get this data for the numbers for the date of birth. See, sorry, this is not. Yes, this one. See here, why we are not getting data for date of birth? Because we applied date 9 in format. There should be number of days. The number of days should come in that DOB variable, but it is not coming. Why means? Remember, when you specify length for 2 variables continuously, it means you specified 6 dot for which variable? Salary. Again, you specified what is the length? 9 dot for date of birth. In such a situation, what happens? Salary, it means how much length it will take from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. After that, what you said? Date of birth. You given length is 9. So what it will do here? It will count the space also. From here it will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up to 198. Okay, it has to take up to 198. But the thing is, DOB is a number, but we are taking a space. What is space? Again, is a special character, right?
Yeah.
So that is the reason why we are not getting the data because of the space. Okay. I will repeat it. When you specify the length for 2 variables continuously, see these 2 variables are continuously, right?
Yeah.
So we specified length for 2 variables. One is 6 dot and one is 9 dot. Okay. So just think about salary. What is the length we specified for salary? We specified 6 dot.
6, yeah.
So it will take from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's completed. Then what about date of birth? We specified date 9 actually. But when you specify continuously, now this 9 will start from here.
Okay.
1. It will start from here only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up to 8. It has to take up to 8. But the thing is, it will come actually. But the thing is, here what you specified, again, it is including with a space. It is considering space also. But space is a number, space is a character, right? So it is a numbers again. we didn't specify any dollar symbol here. If you specify dollar symbol, now it will come. See here. Now see. First Jan 19, 8 up to what? Only?
Okay.
It is taking up to 8 because we specified 9 actually. It means by default, okay. By default, what is the length? What is the length of the variable means? By default, it will be 8 only. If you don't specify any length, it will be 8, right? 8 is it. See here, it means if you specify dollar symbol means indirectly you specified length is 8 dot. Okay. Now after 6, it will start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it means up to 8 will come. So to control this, now see, now the date is coming as a character because of we specified dollar symbol. But it should be numeric. Dates are numbers, right? So it should be numeric. So just remove the dollar symbol. So that is why we are applying day 9 dot.
Okay.
Now in situation, what happens when you specify the length 6 dot? After the 6 only, it starts reading from the space only. So it is taking space also. Space is a character. So that is why we are not getting the data. So what happened in such a situation? Give here length 7, no problem. It means it will take from here up to here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not an issue. Otherwise, let it be 6. Give for the next variable. Before the next variable, just give plus 1. It means space will read this plus 1. Okay. It means when this plus 1, because of this plus 1, this space will read. Okay. It means this space is gone.
Okay.
It will come here. So it will take from here up to 9 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 digits will come. Now see, you will get the data. You got it or not?
Yeah, I got it.
Otherwise, if you don't give a plus symbol here, just remove just increase one length. Now it will come here. So now from here it will take 9 digits.
Okay.
Now this came or not? So it will come. Otherwise, let it be 6. Otherwise, increase 10.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we will get it. Otherwise, give 9. Just to give a dollar, just colon here. That's it. It will come.
Okay.
Okay. So when you are specifying 2 lengths at a time, so in that case only this situation will come. This problem will face. Okay.
So that column, what happens if you go give?
Yes. What is a colon means? If when you specify colon, it stops when first space will come.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you specify, whenever the system will get first space, then it will stop. It doesn't just consider the space. So from here it will take.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So like this column, if you give before DOB, does it work or it doesn't
you
work?
were like this?
Yeah. No. After 6 dot.
No. Here?
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It is a syntax error.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes when you get an issue, what happens? We need to use some informats. Suppose character inform where we specified after the variable only, right? So it is also after the variable only. It should be like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you got it?
Okay, yeah, got it.
Yes. So Okay, Madhu. Actually, we should not discuss about here. We should not discuss this topic here. Okay. What happens? It is useful, right? So when you when I'm explaining the second time, you can easily understand it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So today our topic is just come here. Attributes. What are the attributes? Are nothing but that information is related to variables. It would be like it's a label name or it's a length, it's a data type, whether it's a character or numeric, and see. So it's a variable. Whether we applied any format for the variable or any format. Okay. Suppose here apply format for salary, salary comma 6 dot. And for date of birth, we are applying DD, YY, 10 dot. Okay. Now what happens? We have some attributes, right? We have some attributes, and apart from these, just understand the concept. Name equal to EMP underscore name. Sex equal to gender. Sorry, we don't have sex, right? So just ID equal to employee ID, EMP underscore ID. Okay. Now see, in the data set, we have the variables having some different attributes, right? Employee ID, it's a numeric data type. And what is the label name? Employee ID. What is the length? We didn't specify the length. So by default length will be 8. And what is the format? Best 12 only. But if you apply here for salary, what is the format name? Comma 6 star. We didn't apply any label here. Okay, we will apply it. So label is salary equal to income. DOB equal to date underscore of underscore birth. Okay. Now you can see that. Now you can see here. So employee ID, it is having a name, label, length, the format, and informal data type. Even if you apply your DOB, so DOB label is date of birth, length is 8, format is DD, YY, and informat is 10. Okay. So okay, suppose if there are 100 variables, if I want to see that attributes, should I open all the 100 variables at every individually?
No.
It takes more time, right? Because if you have 100 variables, if you want to see that each attributes of each and every variable, you need to open that every variable attributes like this. If you open window, this pop-up window is nothing but see here column attributes. Say column attributes. Name, label, length, format, informat, data type. So these are nothing but attributes. Okay. So is there any procedure to display all the variable attributes at a time? Yes, we have one procedure called proc contents. Proc contents data equal to dataset name. Just run it. See, Madhu, what happens when you execute this program? Sorry. Okay, when you execute this program, you will get one pop-up window when you after executing this program. See, just forget about these two windows. I will tell you later.
Okay.
See the last window. Alphabetic list of variables and their attributes. Alphabetic list. Actually, in our data set, what was the first variable?
First was it ID, employee ID, or is that the name? I think name, right? Oh, first is ID. Hello?